Hey everyone, welcome back to the Old Film Podcast. I hope that you're doing okay. I hope you're wearing a mask, washing your hands, and I hope that you and your loved ones are staying safe. Today, I thought it would be really fun to talk about not only the most anticipated movies of this year, 2020, but also the ones that are delayed until further notice. So, obviously, as we know, the pandemic has caused a lot of movies to be held on this year, including Dune, The French Dispatch, No Time to Die, Wonder Woman 1984, F9, etc. So far, a lot of movies have not come out this year, obviously because a lot of movie theaters were closed down. But one of the most anticipated movies that actually was released in theaters was Tenet, directed by Christopher Nolan. And I actually did go in late August to go watch it in theaters. And honestly, I may have an unpopular opinion, but I feel like it wasn't Nolan's best work. I feel like Inception and Interstellar and his other movies just they describe his style more, but I feel like Tenet was kind of like how do I put this? It was kind of like he had to do it to try to solidify his style, but in my opinion, his style is already original and he didn't need to do anything to further prove that. And I know a lot of other movies were released not in theaters but on streaming services like Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, etc. Alongside movies, some TV shows have also been put on hold. Most notably for me is Euphoria Season 2, which actually had to cancel filming. They were filming right before the pandemic started, and then they had to stop because of obvious health conditions. So they stopped doing that, but they are going back now and they started filming again, but they have not announced a release date. So yeah, a lot of movies have been pushed a couple months. Like some movies are being pushed to the end of the year, like November, December, when they were supposed to come out in the summer. But a lot of movies have actually been pushed an entire year. So, for example, Black Widow has been pushed until May 2021 when it was supposed to come out May 2020. And also, West Side Story is coming out December 2021. So that's more than a whole year away, and it was supposed to come out in December of this year. And after the Elvis Presley biopic was announced, they announced that Austin Butler actually got the lead. That was also pushed back, and they have not confirmed whether or not they've started filming or when a potential release date would be coming. A lot of film festivals have also been canceled for obvious reasons. I was actually supposed to go to TIFF, which is the Toronto International Film Festival, which happens around this time in September. I was really, really, really excited to go, but for obvious reasons, I could not. But I was really excited because I thought that not only was I gonna go, but all these movies would premiere there as well. Okay, and now for one of the most anticipated movies of the year, Dune. Not only because of its star cast, including Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Bautista, Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac, and more, but also because it's an adaptation of the novel Dune. Obviously, there are a bunch of Timothée Chalamet stans out there, and also a lot of Zendaya stans. So to see them come together in a movie is truly revolutionary. So I think a lot of us were actually bummed out to find out that it was also pushed. But not to worry, I'm pretty sure its release date is sometime in November. Okay, correction. It's actually supposed to come out in December, but the trailer was actually released in September, so this month. And that just got the audience more excited, and I'm definitely excited when it comes out. And if movie theaters are still open, I definitely want to go watch it in theaters for the full experience. Um, but obviously, if they're not open, then I guess it'll be pushed again. Um, I don't know about where you live, but where I live, we were kind of, we had like a flat, like the curve was flattening for the amount of COVID cases. But unfortunately, now with the weather starting to get colder, a lot of the cases have started to rise, and a lot of universities and stuff have opened, so that has caused a number of cases. Schools have opened, which is causing cases too. So I am not exactly sure how long all of these public places can be open, but if we can flatten the curve again, hopefully the movie theaters can remain open and we can go enjoy our favorite movies. Another Timothée Chalamet anticipated movie is The French Dispatch, and it was supposed to be the art of the summer movie with an original release date in July, but obviously didn't come out. So that's being pushed, but there's no confirmed release date yet, which kind of sucks because that means it's not going to be soon, because if it was going to be in the next couple months, they would have announced it, but either they're unsure or it's not coming out soon. The Wes Anderson x Timothée Chalamet x Saoirse Ronan collab was very, very hyped, and after the trailer was released, everyone was so excited because of the beautiful cinematography, and the trailer actually did not say much about the plot, so everyone was super intrigued to find out what the plot was. Obviously, Wes Anderson, he's a really, really talented director, so, there's almost a 90% chance that it's going to be a good movie. And honestly, in my opinion, I was more excited to watch The French Dispatch over Dune because I've never read the Dune novel before. Don't judge me. But I was really excited to see Timothée Chalamet in a Wes Anderson movie. Well, obviously he's famous and he's an exceptional actor, but it's really cool to see him working with such a experienced and such an amazing director like Wes Anderson. It really shows how much his career is growing. In other news, new horror movies like The Quiet Place 2, the sequel to the first Quiet Place movie, has also been delayed for an entire year. And a lot of Disney movies have been delayed. The live remake Cruella, starring Emma Stone, has been delayed for an entire year as well. And Disney's live-action Mulan was released on their streaming service, Disney Plus, but we obviously don't support it, and #boycott Mulan. So for those of you who don't know why we want to boycott the live-action Mulan movie, then, first of all, do your research, but you know what, I'll tell you anyways. So basically, Mulan was filmed in this region in China where Muslims are being detained in mass camps and being forced to do very inhumane things that go against the religion of Islam. This is obviously not just a Muslim issue, but a human rights issue. And I think it's so disgusting that they filmed here when they knew that this was happening. Yes, I repeat, they knew this was happening and they still filmed there. So when we say boycott Mulan, it worked. So the budget of the movie was $200 million and it only made $58.3 million at the box office. But obviously money doesn't mean everything. It's the fact that they filmed in the region where they're keeping Muslims is the problem. And I just think it's so disgusting that people even choose to watch this when they know what's happening. And a lot of people even try to ignore it, which is even more disgusting. Late last year, it was announced that the live-action version of The Little Mermaid was in the process of being made, and they casted Halle Bailey from the music duo Chloe x Halle, and a lot of outrage was caused because many people didn't believe that she fit the role of Ariel. And a lot of people were mad that a black woman was casted to be a quote-unquote white mermaid. And a lot of people argued that the outrage wouldn't be the same if a white person was casted for a princess like Mulan or a princess like Tiana. But the problem is, Tiana and Mulan were shown as real ethnic people. the Little Mermaid is a mermaid, a mythical creature, so her race doesn't have anything to do with it. And Haley, who was actually casted, had to actually break her silence and tell everyone that they should be happy that a woman of color is being casted in more mainstream movies, and that it's nothing to be mad over, and that we do need more diversity. The Batman movie featuring the new Batman, Robert Pattinson, has also been delayed, which is honestly a bummer because I was really excited to see him as Batman, and I think he's going to do a really awesome job. It just sucks that we have to wait even longer to see it now. So, according to Fortune.com, they think that Hollywood must adapt to remote work or suffer the consequences, and they basically believe that Hollywood has been hit by COVID the most. It's not like people in third world countries haven't been hit by corona the most. Obviously, rich people in Hollywood have it the hardest. I totally forgot. But despite that foolish claim, a lot of movies and TV shows have actually gone back to filming, and some even filmed during the height of the pandemic. One of them being, I don't know what the name is, but a movie that was that had Zendaya and John David Washington in it was actually filmed, and it's actually set to be released soon, and was filmed literally at the height of the pandemic, but it was only those two in the leads, and I'm pretty sure that it's about something to do with quarantine. So yeah, that movie is soon to be released, but a lot of other, especially franchise movies, like I was saying, like F9 is delayed, the new James Bond movie No Time to Die is delayed, and even Top Gun, the new Top Gun movie, is also delayed. So now you may be wondering, what does this mean for us? Well, lucky for us, we have things called streaming services, and where I've advised everyone to stay at home as much as possible. Obviously, I don't mean don't go to work or don't go to school. If those things are open, you have to go, then you should. I am also going to school right now, but I just mean that things like clubs and, indoor restaurants and stuff, like, let's stay home and let's flatten the curve again. But in the meantime, let's just go on our streaming services like Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Video, whatever you want, and let's just watch some old classic movies until we see some new ones. I know this podcast was shorter than last time, but I just thought I would come on here and we can have a casual conversation. Once again, if you are interested in being featured in my podcast, you can comment on my latest post on my Instagram, or you can DM me on Instagram and let me know if you want to be featured and what type of discussions you want to be featured. Like, what do you want me to talk about on the podcast that you would have an interest in talking about? So definitely let me know. And I hope that you're staying safe. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're listening to this on YouTube, or follow me on Spotify if you are streaming on Spotify. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, which is at The Old Film. And so I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night. And I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying healthy. And thanks so much for listening. Bye. See you next time.